Welcome back to Angie's Pantry. So today is kind of like a vlog. I am taking care of my leftovers, but since it's 'tis the season for sharing, and I usually always share, I'm going to bring you along on how I'm doing this. I've got some turkey stock that I'm going to heat up in the back here on a low heat because I'm going to can up the turkey. Can up my leftover turkey and my leftover ham. And this stuff is going to some elderly people that it started off where I was helping the one, and now it's kind of gone crazy, so now I'm up to 6. So with your leftover gravy, once you refrigerate it, the top part will have that film on it, the fats they call it. You don't want that in your broth. So I'm just going to peel that off. It's real easy, lifts right up, separates good. I use my spatula to do it, my Tupperware spatula. See? Now, you can throw that away, or you can do like I do, put it in a canning jar and put it in the refrigerator, and I use it for dumplings. So then now I'm left with all this wonderful stock from the turkey. I'm going to pour that in there. Tupperware bowl can be gotten off of my site down below. Okay, now I got this one that's left over too. So we're going to do the same thing. For the mashed potatoes, this is a Tupperware freeze-it container. They like them more 1/4 of a cup. So I do them up in that. And I just scoop it and put them on here, and I'll freeze it. And then I'll put it in a baggie. I will tag it what it is in the baggie. And then I always put a little dip in the top, so when it freezes and they go to thaw it out, they can put their little gravy on there, which I'll show you next. Okay, so let's get this filled up, and then I'll stick this in the freezer. And then we'll go to the gravy. Okay, so now we're moving on to the gravy. These are my Tupperware ice cube trays. Wonderful for doing the leftover gravy in them. I'll show you what they look like. Just like so. Then we pop them out. I like to heat up the bottom first with a little bit of hot water. Make sure your seal is on tight. And then that way there they pop out really nice. So just run enough hot water to where you can turn it like so and pop them out. So I've already got baggies with turkey gravy and today's date on it. And then I got a little bit more I have to do up. So see how nice they pop right out? And it's perfect serving size. So we'll stick that in there. And I don't need to separate them or nothing like that because Evelyn does that for me. They all work together and do it that way. So I always put 1 tray per bag. And I try to get out as much of the air as I can. And then there it is. So this is how much turkey I've got left. Not a whole lot. And ham. I got quite a bit of ham. So I'm going to heat up this ham. I got my gravy heating already. I'm going to turn that down onto a simmer. And what did I do with my little lid? There we go. Alright, so I am going to heat up my ham. Throw that in a pan. Heat it up because it's easier for when I'm packing it in the jars, and then the temperature is all about the same when I go to pressure can it. Alright, so that's going to heat up. I'm going to get a little pan for my turkey to heat that up. And then I'll be back when I'm ready to fill the jars. Okay, because I'm going to be using that turkey stock to can both the ham and the turkey, I'm going to put 2 cups of hot water in with that to help dilute it a little. I'm going to use 3. And then that way there, it's, I'll have enough for the jars, but it's also not too too thick for them of just the heavy stock, you know. It's time to get the pressure cooker ready. I'm using the smaller All-American. I think this is the 16 one. Make sure you can see through the eye. Yup. And with these, you wipe this around with a little bit of olive oil around here, and you got to add water to it. So I'm going to bring it over here, put some water in it. I already have the little pan on the bottom. Because you can't water bath meat, you have to do pressure canning. First, you want about 3 inches of water in here. This is the easiest way for me to fill it up. And then I'm going to take a little splash of my white vinegar and put in there so my jars don't get all cloudy. Alright, I'm going to get this boiling. Well, not boiling, but I want it up to heat so that everything's at the same temp. Okay, for the turkey, my jars have been washed and sanitized. They don't need to be hot because everything else is going to be hot. I'm going to put some gloves on. That ham is heated through enough. I shut both of those off. Just waiting for that to come up to temperature, which we'll do fast. Alright. I'm just going to take the turkey, stick it in the jars. Pack it down. I fill the jars up about that full. Alright. Let's do something on that for a minute. I have my lids sitting in hot water over here. I always put it in my sink because I don't have the space like I normally would. Alright, let's get some gravy in there. And until that water comes up to temp, I'm not going to put the jars in there. I'll just set them back there for a minute. Get down in there good. Alright. Plastic knife. Getting all them bubbles out of there. And that also will give you more room for the stock. But that's a nice amount of food for, you know, anybody really, or soup, whatever. Okay, I added some more stock, so I'm going to debubble a little bit more. For the turkey, I'm using the small mouth, and I'm going to leave it an inch from the top. Wipe off my rims. And you grab regular lids out of here. Ooh, I want to stick so much more in there, but you can't. Lid on. And then finger tight. Like I said, I'll get the rest and then I'll be back. Okay, so I got 2 jars with the turkey and the gravy. Pretty good to me. Thinking my water's getting up there quick. Yep, good enough for me to put those in there. Keep those nice and warm for me. Bump down that heat just a little, because I don't want them to come to a boil. Now with the stock, I'm just going to put them in here. I'm not going to put the stock with the ham. It'll be way too salty. I'll just fill this up with stock. Beautiful. A little bit more. Oh. Okay. I'll wipe down the lids. The rims, I should say, not lids. Lids on it. Oops, that lid was not heated. I want to get the ones that I had heated. Normally you would just water bath these, but since I'm running the canner, guess what? They're going in the canner. Alright, now it's time for the ham. You can freeze this too. This will probably be used for bean soup. Because it's so salty. A little bit more. Push it down in there. Okay, so I boiled some water. We're going to do the same as we did with the turkey. Debubble as we go so we can get all that air out to get more water in there. Go to the next. Now don't freak out if all your meat's not covered. It'll be fine. Just top her a little. Get down in there, bubble it again. Okay, I'm going to wipe that top off. Got my lids over here. Okay, pint-sized jars is 75 minutes meat, 90 minutes for full quarts. So we're going to be doing that for 75 minutes, pressure canning it. I'm going to show you how I hook up my pressure canner real quick, get it all prepped and ready for it. My All-American, my favorite. I love the All-American pressure canner. All right, I've got everything in here. The water's in there, the vinegar. I've already showed you all that. Now I'm going to show you how I do the rim here. I use olive oil. Some people use Vaseline. I just do the olive oil, paper towel. And I wipe it all the way across. Then I take the rim and I do the same thing, but I'm going to add a little bit more of the olive oil to it. And just run that across, and it only has to be through here. And if it sticks, it's a real easy fix on that too. Okay, so it's arrow to arrow. Where's my arrow? Right here. This arrow goes with this arrow right here. So we're gonna put it on there and slide it. And then you want to try to make sure that it's not too wobbly. You put your little wing nuts here going. I always go counter each side across from each other. And before I get too busy, I'm going to make sure my width is about the same all the way around. Otherwise, it won't come up to pressure. Believe me, it's happened. I had to call Miss Linda's Pantry and say, what happened? She was right. I didn't have it wasn't set right. Of course she's right. Right? She's one of the queens of canning. Okay, so now I'm going to wait for this to come up to pressure. What do I mean by that? There's going to be a full vent of air coming out of here. Once that happens, I'll set my timer, and it's got to be a steady stream. I'll set my timer for 10 minutes, and then I'll put my weight on it. It's 10 pounds for Michigan, my height, my altitude. Always check your area for how much pounds you put on there for you. All right, I'll be back. Okay, this is what I mean by a full steady stream. Hoping you can see it. See it? Right there. So I set my timer for 10 minutes, and then I will put the weight on this little gadget at 10 pounds. And I'll be back in 75 minutes. Here's the ham. That's a good noise. That poppin's a good noise. Beautiful. More ham. I got this mat at the dollar store. Love it. More of the ham. There's the turkey stock. You're gonna like that. I could have ran it through a cheesecloth to make it perfect, but you know what? It's fine, right? And here's the turkey. They'll make turkey pot pies or something out of it. She's pretty good about all that. I'm gonna put this lid back on here and let that water cool down before I clean it. Again, that's my All-American pressure canner. I love it. Beautiful noise. Well, I want to thank you for being along with me today. Sorry it's a little long, but it took a minute to do all this. So I know that I'm helping out quite a few elderly people that will enjoy every bit of this. I will be doing another video, or if you'd like to see me do the video of how I make the stuffing, the dry packs, up in the macaroni and cheese, leave a comment below and let me know. All right, everyone. Big hugs from my pantry to yours. Wonderful holidays if I don't talk to you till then. Bye.